So in this one, I want to talk about exclusive games and the difference that we have between the PlayStation platform and the Xbox platform. Now, you all know I am a predominantly Xbox fan, but I do understand the criticism that Microsoft gets for their lack of first-party design, first-party games that actually release on their system, and just the variety that the games come out in. So I really just want to reflect on my thoughts and what a lot of people are saying about this overall issue that the Xbox is having. First, I want to start with Microsoft actually did try to diverse their lineup back when the original Xbox 360 came out. It really didn't get them anywhere. They did sell over 1 million systems in Japan, and it really didn't make a dent in the overall number that they actually sold everywhere else. I mean, they sold 83, 84 million systems, and only 1 to 1.5 million came from that territory. Now, those games don't only appeal to those people over there, they do appeal to the people over here too. But the one thing that I will say is Sony has a really good foothold in just diversity in games than any other platform. Even the Nintendo platform, which is probably one of the more iconic platforms overall, they have identity crisis for just the type of games that people mostly play on that system. So ever since PlayStation's come out, it's been the RPG, JRPG, action game, everything has been centered around those type of games on the PlayStation platform, just way more variety. So the Xbox platform, ever since I want to say the acquisition of the Call of Duty brand a long time ago when they had it as an exclusive 30 days early on the 360, that's when the Xbox 360 went from just being a exclusive box, you got it for the exclusive games, to it was the shooter box, it was the Gears of War box, it was the Call of Duty box, it was the Halo box, and it had the biggest games on that system. So every game that was really meaningful and mattered a lot were available on the Xbox platform because that's the games everybody played. And then PlayStation was off on the other side, bringing out some of the same games. They still had Call of Duty, they just had to wait for it. They had their first-person shooters, but first-person shooting on that system really wasn't as big as it is today. And they still had diversity in their games. So fast forward to now. The biggest difference now is Sony has all the marketing deals. So all the first-person shooters, all the good first-person shooters are predominantly getting more stuff on the PlayStation platform. The Xbox side still has Halo and Gears, but let's be honest, Halo and Gears isn't as big as it used to be back then. But those games are still good enough to hold their own weight and carry a platform that isn't as diverse as the PlayStation platform. So what do I think Microsoft needs to do to change the opinion, the reflection, just the overall ambiance of what the Xbox brand is? First, they need to get super aggressive. They need to go out and get some developers. They need to go out to Japan, Asia, Indonesia, anywhere they can go to get these people. Because the one thing that I am disappointed in is the fact that Microsoft just seems like they're not trying to build their first party portfolio by getting developers to actually make games for just them. Now, yes, they do have third-party deals where those developers do make the games only on Xbox, but those are third-party developers. I need them to go out and get first-party developers that they buy and they acquire that is going to be in the fold for the Xbox brand. Yes, it was nice to get a Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive is amazing, but it was made by a studio that's third party. And guess what? Their next game, The Amazing Spider-Man, as far as we know, isn't coming to the Xbox platform. This is something that's only on Sony, and that is considered a third party exclusive for Sony. So, wow, you had a great game, but then they gave a probably even greater game back to the other side of the coin. And not to say that Spider-Man is going to be better than Sunset Overdrive, and even Sunset Overdrive didn't really perform like it's supposed to, because the one problem Microsoft people have, or just gamers on the Xbox platform have, is we do not promote the games that Microsoft come out with if they're not first-person shooters on a consistent basis. This is the same problem the PlayStation platform had way early in the PlayStation 3 lifespan, where all of the first party games weren't being supported as heavily as they are now because everybody was mostly on the 360, and the PS3 was their supplementary system, and they were playing back and forth with a bunch of different people, and the games that only sold over there like really good were the third-party games and Uncharted, and that was really it. God of War sold really good over there. They had some really good games that sold over there, but nothing with the same girth as something like a Halo or Gears of War. I mean, there was one year where Gears of War, I believe it was Gears of War 3, outsold every first-party exclusive that came out that year. And it was like Uncharted came out that year, and there was like a Killzone that came out that year, I believe, and there was a lot of first-party games that year. It was like 5 of them, and Gears of War by itself outsold it. That's how big Microsoft properties used to be. That's not the same anymore. They went to that well one too many times to be able to catch lightning in a bottle. So they definitely need to go at this with a different mindset, need to talk to the gamers like they already been doing, and really just get educated on what it really takes to actually make a game, you know, for everyone. And they're trying that. I just want them to acquire more companies while they do it, because these third-party relationships are just that, third party, meaning the next time they come around, they may not be in bed with you. It's super disappointing to see it, but honestly, that's the way that business works. And when you have the most consoles out there in a generation, it makes it easy for you to acquire all of these big deals, because the developers feel like they're going to sell more games on your system. And even if you do have to throw money down to keep it from the other platform or to make it so that they get extra content on that system, that's a plus. And Microsoft just hasn't done as good of a job as they did with the 360 era. A lot of people complained about 360 having so many exclusives, but guess what? 360 sold 83, 84 million, PlayStation sold 85, 86. So who really lost in that aspect? So what do you think? Do you think Microsoft needs to invest in more first-party studios to actually operate and own under the Microsoft banner? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Also, do they need to actually put more effort into getting some of these third-party exclusives so they can actually differentiate themselves from the other platform? Let's talk about that in the comment section. Make sure you like this video if you liked it. Sub to the channel if you haven't. Turn on notifications because it lets you know the next time my video goes live. It's your boy Nautical. You guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.